Hello everyone, welcome back to my knowledge share session. Learn with me. We are continuing on the topic cloud platform integration. In that we were looking into the section called security elements. In the previous video I was showing you in the security elements how we can create a digital signature and send it along with the message to the recipient, right? So in the last video I showed you how we create this simple signature and send it to the recipient. For the demo purpose I created in the data store, right? Now in this video we are going to the other side of the section, like when the recipient receives this message, how he is going to verify this signature to confirm that it is coming from a reliable source. Okay. Now I will go to the new iFlow and I will show you the how I am going to verify the signature. At the end of the session, you just put all your comments and your questions. Also, I will try to give some question and answers so that you can answer it. Okay. Okay. Now I am in the receiver side. I created a iFlow. I am going to process the message which I received from the ADR iFlow, right? In the ADR iFlow we created demo 2 which sent a message and put it in the data store, right? I'll show it again. Okay, I have opened the old one. So we send a payload which order ID. That order ID I created one signature and put it in a data store called SC, right? I created a data store called SC. Okay, that's it. Now I am going to read it from the SC in the new verification. The new iFlow, this iFlow endpoint I created as SS2. Okay, so I am going to read it from the data store. So the data store is SC. I am going to read that entry ID C001 which I already created. Okay, then delete on completion I don't want, that is I unchecked it, and throw exception if it is not there, right? Then in the content modifier I did not do anything. I am going to receive whatever I read it from the data store. So I am supposed to get the body as well as the header signature. Okay, at the end of this content modifier I will get a sender signature as well as the new content, right? Now I will regenerate the signature again now to verification. This is what I am going to do, the verification first step. I did not come to the groovy part. Groovy part we will take it as a separate video. I will show both the signature variables and show it in a notepad and see the verification process. Okay, so I am going to recreate the signature using the same formula. So I am going to use the simple certificate and the same algorithm, and this time my variable will be new signature. Okay, now you have a question, how I will know the how will I know the key store, because that's what earlier I told you. whenever you create a key store, the same key store has to be given to the receiver side, so that he will use the same algorithm, right? Okay, so this is the signature. So new, it will be stored in the new signature, right? Now I will execute it in the Postman, and I will show you both the variable, how we are going to verify it. Okay. Additionally, I took some exception process here, because if there is any error in the data store, I have to handle it. That is why I put the exception process. I am not doing anything on that. I am just displaying the message, exception message here. Right. Now I will execute this in the Postman, and I will show you. Okay. I will go to Postman. I will clear the response. Now I am going to execute this SS2. Okay. Execute it. So what it is going to do is, it is going to read from the data store and show me the header variables, both the things, right? Now body I received as it is, whatever body I received is. Now see the header now. Now go to header. In the header, see the new signature is created, right? So what we will do is, we will copy this. We will copy this, and what was my original signature? You know, right? The original one, SAP simple signature value, right? That signature value, you copy it. Copy it, then store it. So now as a string, it is same, because we did not manipulate anything in the message during the transit, right? To simulate the hacking, what we have to do is, we will go and change the whatever the body you are receiving, you change it here. So the new signature will be different. Okay, that we will show. I will show you now. Okay, now I will come back here. So see, both the signature are same, right? If you compare the string comparison in a Groovy script, it will return true, right? So here you will write a Groovy script, and you will compare the both the header variables, and if it is okay, yes or no, right? You will handle it. Now what I will do is, here I will simulate it here. Here I will simulate the hacking thing. Right? This was the message I sent it, right? Original message. So here, instead of the original message, the message body, I will put quantity is 10. Okay, save. I will deploy it. Okay, now I will go to Postman and again execute it. I will clear the response. I will execute again. So the new body is 10, right? But the original one was 1 only. So let me go to header. I will go to header, see the new signature. This is my new signature, right? and my old signature was, we will have this SAP signature value, right? This was my old signature. This was my old signature. See, now it is different. Correct? That's it. This is how you will verify the content, whether the content is not tampered while the transit. Okay, so I hope you got the point of how to use the simple signature to verify the content, right, using the simple signature palette. So effectively what that does is, you in the sender side you are sending in a signature. That signature will be created in a header parameter, and in the receiving side you are going to recreate the signature using the same algorithm, same key store for the content what you received. Okay, 99% you are going to 99.9% you are going to receive the same message, unless until somebody is hacking. Suppose, assume that something is hacked or some message has been tampered, that the new signature will have a different signature value than what you got it from the original. So then so now you are having two variables in the header parameter. So using a Groovy script you can compare it, and using a Groovy script you can compare it and take a decision how to handle the exception. Okay. Okay. Hope you understand the concept of simple signer in the iFlow. So in the security elements we covered the section called the simple signer. Okay. Now we'll come to the final part. Let me put some questions regarding this topic. Try to answer these questions so that we will make sure that we understand the concept correctly. So also these questions will be helpful for you to answer in, if at all you face some kind of interview questions. Okay, I will go to the question answer section now. Okay, so I divided the question answer section in a 4 part. One is on a basic, other one is a configuration and usage, finally troubleshooting and security concepts, and scenario based questions. Okay, so if you are able to answer these questions, then hope this topic will be thoroughly understood by you. Also you will be able to answer the questions in the sections. So basic questions. What is the purpose of simple signature palette in a CPI flow? Next question will be, what type of digital signature does the simple signature palette implements? Right, so you can refer back to the key store section and the kind of key store we are creating, that you can verify that. What are the key configuration parameters you need to provide when you are using a simple signature? So we can refer to these sections, right? Key generation, signing and verification. Explain the difference between the signing and verification signature using this palette. So you should be able to explain theoretically what do you mean by signing, how you are signing it, and how you are verifying it back. In which process step of the iFlow would you typically use the simple signature palette, and why? So the iFlow creations, you can explain that. Okay. Then the configuration sections. So they will ask you to walk me through the steps configuring the simple signer palette for a message. What information do you need? Right. So creation of iFlow, creation of key stores, those things you can explain step by step. how do you specify which part of the message payload should be signed using the simple signature? So in our demo, I use whole messages. There is an option to, you can use the part of the message to be used in a signature also. Okay, I give it to you as a thought process, so you can think of how you can create a signature on a particular portion of your message, right? Then how do you handle the different signature algorithm in the palette? So you can refer back to the key store creations. Can you use variables or properties in the configuration of a simple signature palette? If so, how? So again, this is related to the second question. How do you specify the part of the message payload? So you can correlate that and try to answer that. Then how would you configure the simple signature palette to verify an incoming message signature? What are the prerequisites for verification? Again, it is a verification process. Then troubleshooting and error handling. What are the common errors you might encounter when using the simple signature palette? So probably this is a very important question in the interview. They may ask you just to understand, do you have really a hands-on on that? So you should explain the type of mistakes you are doing and how you rectified that you can explain that, right? For example, you are not noting down the key pair names and everything like that. And how can you monitor the signing and verification process in the CPI? What steps would you like to take if the signature verification fails in your iFlow? So you can explain the exception process. Then another section, security and concepts. What role does the public key play in the simple signature? Right. Here, as such, there is no public key, private key concept because we are directly using a signature only. So we are recreating a signature and compare the signature. So in terms of simple signature, there is no public key concept here, but only the key pair has to be shared between the sender and receiver. Then where would you typically store and retrieve the public key? It's a key pair only. It's not exactly a public key. Public key will come under the encryption process. For the simple signature, public key is not directly related. Okay. Okay, scenario based questions. So they may ask you questions. You need to ensure that payload sent to the external partner has not been tampered with during the transit. How would you use the simple signature palette to achieve this? So the whole process you can re-explain it. Same way, an external system sent you a message with the attached simple signature. How would you configure a CPI flow to verify authenticity and integrity of this message? So the receiver kind of thing. First one is the sender process, other one is the receiver process. You have a requirement to sign only the specific XML element or portion of a payload. How you can achieve this by a simple signature. Okay, so I will give you a hint. In our process, we use the whole message, right? What you can do is, before you create a signature palette, just you can divide your payload into two separate things and put it in a body which you want to make a signature. After creating a signature, again you can put a original message and before it sending to the receiver. Okay, so that way you can do the portion of a payload for the signature. Okay, that's it. So hope this session is helpful to you, and try to answer these questions, and I will be very happy if you answer these questions in a comment sections, so that I feel very happy. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for watching, and please put your comments and answers to the questions. I will certainly create a new video for question answers only, which I will put all answers to all of these questions. Okay, thank you so much.